Oh boy, here we go again. Today's music. What happened to it? It all sounds the same, doesn't it? All these autotune vocals, all those beats that sounds like they came out of a calculator, and the lyrics? What the hell are you talking about? Back in my days, and yeah, I'm 43 years old. These glasses are not props for this video. I picked them up yesterday on prescription because, yeah, that's how it goes with age, and so I know what I'm talking about. Back in my days, music had soul, it had character, and you could actually tell one song from another. But now it's all the same. So check this out. I had this compilation album released by EMI and Virgin Records in 1985. It's a 30 top 30 hits double album. Now, that is what I call music. I thought we were gonna put it on, have a listen, and just want to prove my point.
To stand outside the council house, to stand as a reminder of what you are and what you want to be.
Was Chris Broad, who adopted a new stunt.
Side on, side on.
I could offer you 1,000 things, but with a lot of them you wouldn't bother. The little things mean so much.
Whoa. I actually thought it was going to be better. I mean, it sounds exactly as cheap and mass-produced, if not more than it does nowadays. I mean, even some of the songs would have even sounded better with autotune, I
What
guess.
did he say?
But I mean, the lyrics at least, they were better back in my days. Let's read some. Money is too tight to mention. Cut back. Money, 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 money. We're talking about money, money. We're talking about money, money. We're talking about the dollar bill. And that old man that's over the hill. Now what are we all to do when the money's got a hold on you? Money's too tight to mention. Oh, money, 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 money. Money is too tight to mention. Amero money. Oh yeah, we're talking about money, money. We're talking about money, money. We're talking about money, money. We're talking. Okay, let's take another one. Here we go. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling, rain keeps falling. Down, 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 down. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, woo-ha. Don't you try and pretend. It's my feeling we will win in the end. I won't harm you or touch your What the fuck? Sure, if you want to go back and compare everything to like Beatles and bands like that, but think about it. Those bands were kind of the first starting out in that sort of pop culture. Maybe a little bit earlier, back in the 50s. But yeah, it's basically just one generation old. A lot of those bands were the absolute first in their specific style, and most of them are still alive. That's how young this culture is, and we just take it for granted. For example, my dad was a Black Sabbath fan, and those guys are still around and active, at least some of them. What's the oldest band you listen to? Please let us know. Of course, everything didn't sound the same like back then in the beginning of everything, because there weren't that many bands. Trends are something that came around pretty quickly, and it evolved into different kind of genres that each had their specific style, and different styles has been popular during different times. It's always evolving, but a certain style is usually more popular than others during a certain period of time, and that kind of music tends to sound pretty similar to each other. Another thing to think about is also that in 1965, around where the Beatles were being the most active, in 1965 there were around 45,000 songs released, according to ChatGPT. In 2023, there were approximately 50 to 60 million songs released. Obviously, a lot of them will sound the same. So some people complain that all productions use the same type of sounds these days, but like going back to what we listened to in the beginning of this video, it was pretty much the same back then too. So if we go back even further, we can talk about something that my friend Jonah brought up. The LA-based musician collective, the Brecken Crew, performed the backing tracks on tons of hits. Hal Blaine, the drummer, played on over 35,000 recordings. At Motown, you had the Funk Brothers that played on most recordings, and in England, they had the Outlaws that were the house band of Joe Meek. By the way, you should watch the Joe Meek movie, Telstar, the Joe Meek story. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The pop music was never as diverse as we like to pretend it was. Sure, we had like the grunge scene, we had the punk scene, but at the top charts, no, what's the same fluff? And they know how to sell it. Nothing wrong with it. But it wasn't some era of musical freedom that people like to remember. There was a couple of things that hit me while comparing the top 30 of 1984 with the top 30 of 2023. Back then, it was 76 men and 10 women among the artists. And in 2023, it was 30 men and 15 women. First thing, the percentage of women have increased a lot, but there are still just 50% women compared to men. And that's still more than just being random, I think. So we still have some steps to take, I guess. The other thing, the number of people is cut in half on the artist side. So I'm curious about how it looks if we check all the people involved in production. Back then, it were more people working as engineers in the studios, and now I believe there are a lot more producers involved. Let me know if you're curious. I could maybe like dive deeper into that and make another video about it. Now, I know a lot of people roll their eyes when it comes to pop today, but let me tell you something, there's some serious talent in this new generation. Even if it's not my style or taste of music, I often get amazed when hearing songs on radio at how cool ideas some have and like the maxed out productions. So what's the deal? Why do some people think that modern pop is like some watered down, soulless thing? Is it because it's more polished, more produced? Guess what? The top hits from any era is produced with that same intent. Whether it was the Beatles in the 60s or Justin Timberlake in the 2000s, the goal was always the same. Make a song that sticks in your head, makes you want to dance, cry, or sing. And sure, yeah, it might be a little formalic, but that's pop for you. I mean, I love watching romantic comedy movies just to be entertained. And sometimes after working long days, I just want something easy and feel good. I don't always need to feel like intelligent and like watch the winning movies from the Cannes Festival, if you know what I mean. But yeah, maybe you're just sick of today's music anyways. I have some good news for you. The music you love is not going away. You can listen to your old records as much as you want. As long as there are people who has an interest or like a certain type of culture, that culture will stay around. Just because there's new music that you don't like doesn't mean the old music that you do like will disappear. They both can exist. Speaking of which, what's your desert island album that you would bring? I think for me it would be Harvest by Neil Young. I can honestly listen to this like for forever. Pop music has always evolved or devolved according to some, but one thing stays constant. It's designed to be catchy, commercial, and like have the quality of just sticking in your head. And what I'm trying to tell you is that whether it's like the 70s or 2024, that concept ain't going anywhere. I very much would like to hear your thoughts about this, so feel free to just spew it out in the comments. It's a topic that has been quite active lately, but I tend to have a relaxed attitude towards it. People like what I like, and I feel like there's still a lot of creativity and cool stuff going on. With that being said, I still prefer to work on punk and metal more than making money, so that's that. yeah, thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Cheers.